Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for joining us here again at Weird Games with Musnate
And Gus.
and Goose.
It's Gus.
Goose.
It's just Gus.
Oh, I had to do it one last time. We're going to go away for a little while.
Maybe a month or two.
Well, maybe not that long. We're going to be working in the background, but we have to move. So while we're moving, we have to dismantle everything and move the internet and all of those extra fun things that Mr. Snake does not like. That's why he's going to hiss at them. I'm sure I would. Alright, what are we doing? Before we go away,
We're doing one last episode.
yep, sure. We need some change logs first. See what I've done. What have I done? I've done some things, hey, okay.
He's also done some stuff on the Talespires.
Sure, I went in on the buying of the Talespire and decided to build this in there, even though it's on early access. Yeah, there's quite a bit in their library, enough to begin with, and have managed so far to get something to show you guys. I think later we'll have a look, but let's do this first. Wow, spoilers. Can't play your hand right at the start. All right. Okay. So this was our Minotaur Manor. All right, where
Is that what we're calling it now?
the Minnow Manor. Yeah, sure. Let me see. And this is actually I did some water stuff that you got a little bit of a cusp of a like a
Erosion.
it's raised up. It's got like a barrier, and the water sort of sits into it and pools out of it and tastes salty goodness, right?
That will drive you insane.
Sure. Maybe if you drink enough, that's the thing. You dehydrate. You gotta drink a lot of it, often enough. Alright. So, where are we here? What are we doing today?
Today we are doing Hadozee Hideaway Part 2.
We're going to be doing this room first to finish this area, right? To bound it. And this is going to be, this will be our tri-ways, right? It leads off in 3 different ways here. And then we will do the hut, and we will give somewhere for all of the friends to live, and we will also give them some items. And from there, we will go over to the last room here. Right at the back corner, there's a room, right?
Yeah.
And we are going to have a random roll off again, so that
Another random roll?
yeah, another random roll to see what we're going to put in there. That's sort of like a ceremonial place. The Hadozee Druid, right? We're going in on a Druid. Haven't had a Druid yet. So they can, they're here to protect it, you know? That's why they didn't go off the other ones back into the other habitat with them, right? They didn't, so they're here.
Yep.
So we'll work on that. Let's do that. Okay.
Oh, I saw some color.
What color? Oh, well, barely. Blue. I tried to put blue on there for water. I wanted to put some, like, design into it, but it's so tiny at this scale that it doesn't work. So you just end up with a little bit of blue in there. Perhaps later when there's a larger part, or I put some waterways through here, we can do more with that, but that's another problem for another day. Alright, let's get working on the tri-ways first. We would like to, and need to, find the shape of the room. Where's your dice? Where's your coin flipping? Pass me some tools. Alright. Probably be the last episode we have the betas out, because we've got to fix them. They've been falling off. So maybe by the time we've done the... yeah, sure, I just have to have time, right? We're doing a move.
5.
Alright, 5 was Arduino, remember?
A
Square room.
Let's have something other than a
Well, it could be. Like, what are we doing? Oh my god.
8.
8. Is an oval. Sure, we haven't had an oval for a while. But we have 2 entries going off. 2 entries on one side and 1 exit off the other side. Was it not?
Yep.
Alright. Yeah, sure. So 1 coming out here and 2 going in the other way. Alright. So, would you like to draw an oval around there? And we will have... Oh, I'll draw a line. You draw an oval. How's that sound? The tri-ways. We're calling this. There we go. Very good. Looks like a very short baguette. Alright, so we got 1 coming in. Yeah, 1 out there. Sure. Looks
Look
like,
as if it was coming
look,
up
we just,
there.
look, we draw a head on it, and we draw an eyes and a mouth, and it's the worst horse ever drawn.
And then it's a shuffle from Pokemon.
Yeah, it actually does look a little bit like that. Okay, that's how
Gotta
they...
add some holes and a couple of spaghetti noodle legs.
Spaghetti noodle legs. That's what we all need. Alright, okay. So this room's going to be very simple because we're going to be working with these other ones today more explicitly, right? This ties in, this ties over to the hag area, the second hag's area, right? So this is to the hag area over here. And I'm not sure whether we're going to do a biome with this one, right? We might
Maybe.
See, I'm thinking that when we get to the sea hag or whatever that water area is, that it's going to eventually come down in the sort of elevation and go into a lower area with a water room and have that sort of as a more of a theme for probably 2 or 3 of those rooms in that section.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what we're going to do with this one. We're going to use mushrooms over in the water area. We've got some vines that hang from the roof over in one of the other areas to kill you. So perhaps we will come back to this when we go on to the Hag 2 area, right?
Isn't next
Hag
one...
2.
Isn't the Hag 2 like the one where there's like the thing on things that like drop from the ceiling?
The ropers. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, sure. So
maybe we could like make this
Okay.
like one Hag like stone base.
okay, yeah, lots of stalactites already, right? So they already see stalactites and stalagmites, right? And that way you kind of get that feeling that they're going into that sort of environment,
Rocky
right? It's very
area.
rocky. That way it doesn't stand out later on when they just see the first roper that kind of appears in the roof, right? So
Like
sure.
Hag 2 is gonna be like we've decided now that Hag 2 is going to be like in a rocky area.
Sure.
Which is like one clear opening and that's the Hag's bit.
Getting the rockiness. All right, sure.
Rocky.
More rockier. It's already a cavern under the ground, but it's getting more rocky. All right.
Like
Okay.
like cliffs. Not
I think
rocky.
I need to sharpen my pencil. So this room didn't need to be very difficult, right? This is only a small room. It's just a meeting room in between the others. We've got some features going on, so we don't want to oversaturate this area. If we kind of make the terrain change and make the elevation change so that we're kind of moving into that area, then that's okay, right? I don't think we really need to do much more than that, okay? Very good. The watering hole to the Hadozee, this one to the Hag 2 area, and we are changing environment. All right, let's move it on real quick. Bring our friends out of the way, otherwise Gus and the snake is going to fall down. All right. So, oh, we lost my line. This is going to be the Hadozee hut, all right? The hermit's got a hut with all of his little friends.
Pets.
All right, now we can roll another dice again. If this one ends up a square, we're just going to take
9.
it.
That's
9.
a triangle.
It's triangles. Okay, I think
Sure, he can have a triangle room as
it's
well.
2, right? So this one was a 2. So this one's going to be 20 feet off to the corner. So that'll probably make it this way about 30 or 35 feet, all right? This triangular room here is 2 as well.
Why are you drawing it so small?
Because I'm going to draw the big one over here. This one here, we just need this sort of hut area in here, right? You want to draw it bigger, is it? Would you like a bigger picture? You can draw. Okay, so you can draw a little bit bigger picture in there. All right, I'll let you. Okay, so we're going to have a hut. And we're going to have the entryway from one end, and then the entryway off to our special exit, you know, the last room, right in the corner, hidden away from everything else. This is what the Hadozee Druid stayed behind to protect. So this one's going to go out into a passage, and that one's going to come out into a passage, right? And the hut sits here at the back, all right? We got a hut, and we have to have places like little kennels and little houses and stuff for them to live in, all right? I'm just going to sip the tea. Here we are. Last time, Korean green tea on stream, live.
For a while.
I mean, I'm going to be drinking it still, but it's not on camera.
What were the animals again?
So you probably want them up against this wall over here, right? And there was like at least 3 of them that were
Flying?
yes. I think there were about 3 of them that were flying. So we had a baboon, a bat, a flying snake, a mastiff, a weasel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have the weasel and the baboon will probably live in the hut, right? The mastiff is going to want their own sort of kenneled area. So this will be the mastiff area here, all right?
And then the 2 flying things can just be flying around.
Sure, but we can give them a coop, right? We can give them some housing over here. This is where they can fly in, and that way they can have somewhere to sit on, right? And perch.
Yeah, with
and
wood and stuff.
Sure. I wonder whether a flying snake and a bat cohabitate well. I wonder whether they get on. I wonder whether they live in the same little
I think
thing together.
I think they would like somewhat rival.
I think the bat
maybe?
actually, look, the flying snake might actually sleep in some kind of a coop or a hatch or something. The bat probably just sleeps on the roof of the cavern, right? Anywhere it wants.
Like stalactites or something.
Yeah, sure. So that's not a problem actually. So we got a place for the mastiff. We got a place for the flying snake. The baboon and the weasel probably live inside. Sure. Okay. So I should write this down so we don't forget.
Food.
We have the Hadozee.
Don't we need to give him like a chest?
This guy is a CR5. He has some items and treasure. Sure, that's right.
Should we give him a treasure chest?
I will. I'm going to roll that up in a second. I've already got the donjons out to give us a help.
Already got the donjons
Yeah, we'll switch over there in a second. All right, so I'm going to give him like 3 magical items plus a minor amount of gold and stuff like that. But we'll jump over there and do that in a second. We have to write down, though, that they have a baboon. All right. I don't even think that's how you spell baboon, is it? Bat. A flying snake. Called Finn. I'm not sure. Let's not give them names. All right. Let's not get too attached already. A mastiff. All right, and a weasel that looks like a ferret. That may actually be a ferret that looks like a weasel. We're not quite sure. We only have stats for one and not the other.
It's a weasel named Ferret.
It's a weasel named a ferret. All right, very good. So we have, we should have to give him some items. We've given them some stuff. We know what's going on over here at this other room, so we don't have to make that too complicated. All right. What we should do is give him the items and that. Okay.
Chest.
Sure. What I was going to do is give him items actually out of the Dungeon Master's Guide, because we never do that. Like, we'll just give him some normal items. And I got some tables. We're going to roll off the tables.
Normal items this time?
Yeah. Regular ones. I'm not sure. We haven't really, other than what the treasure chest gave us. Let's move this out so it's not underneath everything. All right. Let's pick this up. Let's bring this over here where they can see it. All right. Put it nicely under the screen there. Okay. What are we looking for? Tables of magical items. Can you roll
D100.
Yeah, D100s. All right. We're gonna do this 3 times, and you can. And oh well, you can write in the items. I'll write in the items. You can do the rolling. Can you give me D100? Are we doing it? That's cocked. All right. Take that coin out. That's cocked. Ready? You ready? Are you ready? There's like 18 D10 in there. All right. What is it? 10. Very good. I don't actually think that's very good. Well, it is. It's potion of greater healing.
Something different?
No. We're doing here. Look, we're doing what's in here.
Are we doing like 3 magical items and a couple of potions?
We've got some items that are meant to come off the other donjon one, so I'm actually giving them 3 items out of here, as well as what's in there, right? Okay, so, potion of greater healing. All right.
90.
Okay, what's that give us? At the other end. A immovable rod, so you can't complain about these things, right? If that's the way that the book's going and the dice, you gotta roll with it, all right?
Shove the immovable rod down throat of like an enemy,
Uh
and then
huh.
say the magic word,
I've heard this.
and
That's
then
the
they're
trick.
not able to move anywhere.
I've heard people capturing dragons with immovable rods, just so they don't
47.
tear themselves apart. Okay, see, look, one at the top, one at the bottom, and something in the middle. All right, a potion of growth. All right, potion of growth. I don't know if that's going to help them here. Probably help them later on, actually, to be honest. Not really help them in the caverns down here much.
Like they use that. Imagine if like the Hadozee's in like a battle, right, with them, and then he just feeds the flying snake a potion of growth.
Now you have to write these down while I move over here. All right, come speak to the nice people back there in internet video land.
Hello, people from internet video land.
I'm gonna regenerate it again. Regenerating it. Can you roll a d10? No, don't look. Just roll me a d10. I've already regenerated it. All right, I did it again.
8.
All right, 8. Let me see. It's a little bit lackluster. Do we wanna go again? It's a map for a nearby castle. There's no real nearby castles coming up. I mean, there's possibly actually look, they could get a map to the nearby the astral mage's lair without even knowing it, right? So
Nah.
you don't like that? Wait.
8.
Wait. Well, then I'm gonna regenerate it again. Go again. Go again. Roll.
5.
All right. A contract for services and a set of dice. I don't know if these are actually very good magical items that this is generating up here. Look, I'm going to generate it up to a horde, right? We'll do another horde, right? Let's see. See, this hits us back with so much, right? So what we'll probably do is take the less gold from the individual treasure and take the items out of the horde. Does that sound better?
Yep.
Okay.
Just read me the items first. I'm doing the items.
Let me see. It says there's a cloak of the manta ray. All right, I'm not quite sure what that does. Could be useful. I'm not sure how Mr. Hadozee Hermit got it. Yeah, that's it. Cloak of the manta ray. Let me see. Wow, this only has this also just has extra stuff. Okay, maybe this is why, because he's a druid. He doesn't have items. He has stuff, right? Dust of disappearance. So that's probably invisibility spell or something like that, right? A potion of greater healing, which we've already had, but now he's got 2. So actually doesn't have a lot of other items, right? Let me see. There's all kinds of amethysts and pearls and diamonds and stuff. I think we're gonna go back and regenerate that treasure item. Let me have a look. Roll again.
8.
Did you put down 2? Oh, you did. What's with rolling 8? Roll again.
5.
Roll again. If I find something I like, we'll take it. Roll again. These things are just small personal things that people might have on them, right? They're not really.
1.
Sort of,
No, we already have salt water.
I know, well, it makes sense that he's got some on him, right? Give him one. Give him a flask of salt water anyway. Put that on there. I like it. Roll again. After that, flask of salt water. I don't know what I'm looking for here, really. Let's just do it one last time. We'll just take the gold, alright? He's got a lot of stuff, okay?
5.
Let me see. Why would he have a sling, 10 bullets, and a turnip?
Yes! Yes! He comes from the astral plane. Given it.
Alright, sure. Okay. So it has, wait. It has,
What's EP?
Electrum.
Is an electrum like really good?
It's better than gold. Yeah, it's more.
But
Okay.
less than platinum.
Must be. I'm not sure. Let me have a look. We'll have to have a look in the book.
Electrum D&D. What?
Let me see. It was worth 50 copper pieces. Equals 1 electrum. So it's a half a gold coin. It's a 50-cent coin.
Oh.
Okay, so 50-cent coins. They're half a gold.
Okay. Read.
Alright. Let me see. So they have 90 of these electrums. And 40 of these gold pieces. 1 brass ring. 1 sling. Alright.
How many bullets?
10 bullets. Very good. And a turnip. Don't forget a turnip. Alright? Now, let's jump back over. Alright. Go. You over? We over. Alright, we're back.
That was a good last one.
Sure. You've got a lot of stuff now, right? Very good. I think, to be honest, the most important thing there is the immovable rod. Anybody in the know, if they see that or if they're aware of it, and they're a murder hobo, this is like, I want the immovable rod. It's also a good bargaining point that right? It's like, I don't have a lot of gold, but I can give you this immovable rod for 2 or 3 of your magical items you're not using, right? So
that I can use.
Sure, so they can barter backwards and forwards with that sort of stuff, all right?
Or just like take the Hadozee.
And they can buy the greater healing potions off them, right? Maybe the Hadozee's wearing the cloak of the manta ray, so they got it on and it's obvious.
We should look up what the cloak of the manta ray is.
Oh, is it alphabetical? Is it alphabetical? If we look at what the other things are, we know what immovable rods are. Let me see. Is it in alphabetical order? Because there we are. Cloak of manta ray. Wearing this cloak with its hood up, you can breathe underwater and have a swim speed. There you go. Very good. Simple, but yeah, choice.
And pulling the hood up or down requires an action.
And we're gonna have a water area later on with the hag.
Yeah.
So if we're having a water room, that at least one person, that's one in for them to be able to deal with it, right? And then if there's someone can shape change, all right.
And then the berserker that's wearing the snake armor.
You reckon snakes can swim?
Such it up.
No, giant snake.
Snakes can swim.
Do you think they get
in real life?
Yeah, but in swim, no. In real life, sure. We're not in real life. I'm sure they don't get a swim speed. All right, move on. This room. All right, so we want to have one last room to do. Okay, so this is the special room. This is the one I wanted to go over. This is where we have this one. And we need to roll some more dice. Okay. That's so that my pen don't run. Okay. So we have put this in here. Given them magic items. You can scrunch that up. Here's the room right at the back. Can we see it? Number 1. Oh, one tiny room, so size 1. What little shape of this room is it going to be? Give us a shape first. Another oval. All right. No, why are we rolling? We can do an oval, all right?
It's a circle.
No, we can do an oval. If you got an oval, we can do an oval, all right?
But then what if I rolled it again and then changed it to be a circle? You missed it.
I know, I did a horrible line this time, didn't I? That is horrid. I will never forgive myself. Or...
Oh, no.
See, look. Are you gonna shame me? Are you pencil shaming me? This is bad. Where'd you learn such behavior? Unbelievable. Alright, there we go. That's better. So, oval. Draw another oval then. Where's your pencil? Get it going. Alright. That's a circle.
It's an oval.
It's a bean. It's a bean. Alright, I'm gonna leave it bean shaped. Alright, with a passage in here. Alright, there we go. Now,
just the bottom of the bean.
Where's our roll dice? Oh, actually, I'll read the options first. I will read the options.
I'll roll the d6.
Wait, until I read the options.
Okay.
You're not rolling until I read the options. I'm not taking any rolls. Alright, a magical tree. Okay, grown up in this cavern room, and it's big room, and it's cavern. Or there's like a nature spirit, like ghost, but of a dryad or a pixie or something living there. All right. Or there's a healing pool, and by that I mean like it's the water is holy water, and for the first day, 24 hours of that time, you get like a D8 hit points when you drink it. But if you take it away and you bottle it, and after 24 hours, it loses its potency. It's still considered blessed and holy water, but it doesn't heal you. So that way they can't like load up and think that, oh, we are set for rest of adventure. We have 18 different vial of this thing, right?
No,
Okay?
no.
It'll run out.
If like it's still holy, you could like
Yes.
just chuck it at demons, right?
You can do stuff like that. It can still work as holy water, but drinking it for healing properties won't work. That'll run out, all right? Okay, now the other option is that there's a shrine or a statue in here, right, to some nature god or goddess, right?
Something.
Yeah, something. Or there's crystals that have like crystal aura, attunement sort of stuff, right, going on. Or it's like a bone graveyard of some creature that was like a dragon or something crawled into
Like
this
the-
giant cavern and died in there. So there's like giant bones in there.
Like
Right.
the elephant graveyard from.
Yeah, like an elephant graveyard. Sure. So you need to roll a dice now. You can roll dice. Right.
Fine.
Crystal room. All right.
Yay!
Here be crystals. All right. Very good. We can ditch that. There we are. So that's what will give us there. All right. We're going to finish this section off. Have the Triways meeting room. Have the Hadozee hut with the menagerie. We're going to have crystals in here. Let's bring our book back across. All right. Crystals. Crystal Cavern. All right. So in this room, I think we should have. Should we have a? Should it be one kind of gem or stone? Like it's a diamond mine, right? So they've now discovered a diamond mine for the Empire, right? That they serve to come and clear the prison. They can come and report this, or they can make a deal with it, or take all the diamonds for curing magic later on, right? Spend a week here just mining this place out. Or do we want to make it a random place where when they come in, they have to make nature checks or stuff like that to identify and extract the different gems? What do you reckon?
Like video games where you go in like a cavern and there's a bunch of colorful crystals sticking out everywhere.
Sure.
It's gonna be like that.
Okay, so it's multiple different gems, and they have to roll checks to see what they can get. All right.
Yep.
Crystal. I will write this.
Crystals everywhere.
The crystal caverns, all mixed. Okay, and that will mean that the party will have opportunities on different varying different varying DCs to extract different materials, some more than others. Give them 4, 5, 6 different checks to you can try and get this one out, you can try and get that one out.
And they're so shiny. You bring like one little candle in there, the whole room's illuminated.
Yeah, sure.
Very shiny crystal.
But at that point, also, I would probably say that the Hadozee is kind of guarding this, and doesn't want them.
Ritual.
Yeah, sure. Maybe he senses some spiritual business going on here that he wants to protect. He doesn't want people coming in with mining and pickaxes and start breaking the place up. So the Hadozee druid will not
let you
allow
anything.
any removal of crystals.
Could we make it so that like if they mine,
Alright.
if they like take out the Hadozee and like stop mining it, like some creature comes out and they have to fight that, or
No, well, that's the idea. Is I mean, like, if there's enough disturbance, and the Hadozees is friends with the Minotaurs, and they haven't dealt with the Minotaurs, perhaps we give the Hadozee some way to summon or call them. And so now they've got to fight the
sending
Hadozee.
stones.
Mate, well, yeah. They'll have to fight the Hadozee, they'll have to fight all the pets and the two parents and the baby with their baby's first shiv, right? So that could be a cute fight, you know. I don't know if it's entirely fair at this point to have a druid and 2 or 3 different
Pets.
minotaurs and
And then-
5 pets. Yeah, I don't know how fair that is, but at the same time,
You messed with his crystal.
you missed. Yeah. I mean, like you're doing the wrong thing. Well, maybe what I would say is the wrong thing. You've got something here as a guard to that. So that's kind of your trap, right?
You should write down sending stone.
Okay.
Minotaur.
Sure. Back over here. Hadozee Druid over here on this thing here. Has
Minotaur sending stone.
sending stones to message minnows. All right. Okay.
And minnows have
Now that's the thing. Do they go one way or are they 2-way?
2-way. So like if they
So that if the Minotaur wants to call for help, they can call the Hadozees and let them know as well.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. But it takes an action to interact with them. So I think the people would notice them, bonus action, remove it from their belongings, and spend an action like talking into the stone. At that point, they're going to notice that something's up, right?
yeah.
So it's a 2-way. Very good. So I think really that's all I wanted to do with this here is try and give us a space that is somewhat neutral, but also has some interaction with the people in that area, so that it can reinforce each other. It goes both ways. The party can get something out of being in this room, but if they do, then they have to negotiate that with the Hadozee, or else the Hadozee and the Minotaurs are enemies and they've already cleared them out. So it's free pickings, essentially, right? So, I'm not sure if we have to do more here with this.
You no?
Okay,
Do
alright.
you reckon they could be able to befriend the Hadozee and like get the Hadozee to come with them, or
I know the Hadozee's not going to leave. He's there. Otherwise, he would have gone to stay with the other family,
yeah.
right? He stayed here to protect and ensure the harmony and purity of the crystal caverns.
and
Yeah.
the wholesome Minotaurs?
All right. Now I'm gonna make sure everything is back up on this side here first. We are still running. We're at half hour in. Okay, let's do the Talespire stuff. I wanted to show what I've kind of been building out. I've been playing with this software. Don't know if I necessarily can present it the right way, but we'll have a look at it for what we have. I will cross over to the appropriate screen. Just 1 minute. We hide the opera away, and underneath that, did you see? Look at that underneath
Wow,
there. I have tricks.
that is very cool.
All right. Now we bring this back up. Okay. Yeah, are we interacting? We are. Is it moving? Are we moving?
Yes.
Okay. And young weirdling, you can see what I'm looking at here.
Yes, I can.
So you can talk them through a little bit about what we're looking at.
Yes.
What? Oh, where we go? Okay. What are we looking at then?
That's the first month of
First level, right? Level 1.
Yeah.
First month. Over quite a layer, it had to go as we sort of dug down with our different transfer lockers. But this is the entryway here. This is where we come in, right?
As you can see by the stairs coming out of the.
Yeah, we come right back here. We have to play with the view. Oh, we've got it open already.
That's the first room.
First room, right? Okay. We have a door, right?
This is the first 5 rooms.
Yes, this is our first 5 rooms. The entry, and
The
here we
H,
have the office, the room where they have the processing area.
the interrogation.
No.
No.
Well,
this isn't the interrogation.
no. This is where they have the very temporary holding cells for
With
people
that
being
one shed
questioned and that.
archive.
Yes, and we have like the offices, the first warden's office, as well as the contraband room.
Magic items they still might be using.
Sure.
Like that +2 shield that you can't take off.
So that's our first 5 days. Over here we have our med bay for the officers. This is our services wing. So you can see the kitchen that they use to provide food for the entire complex. All right. You can see our armory mocked up. Like, we're working with the limited resources, trying to represent the scope and scale and size that we've been working with in the book. It's not exactly 1-to-1 in some places, but it's probably 90% 1-to-1, to be honest. You can see the second warden's office, the one that the ranger guy with the who has the doggy pets. We'll put some mastiffs in there or something. Let me see. Over here is our first transfer locker down to our other layers. This is where we have to show you that we need to reveal the walls, the roofs, and move the scale around. It's a little bit of getting used to, but as you can see, the complex is quite large, extending away there, and we need to remove a couple of layers to get down. All right. So.
Because we added depth.
That's it. There we go. This is the first cells. The half-orc, I think, is in here, right? This is the one that protests his innocence as well as being entirely not innocent, right?
Yep.
This is the monk's bed chamber, the one that actually lives here. The only actually guard, warden, resident of the place. Has quite lavish and permanent holdings. They don't quite have arrow traps to represent that, so we have spike traps. But I assure you that in game they would shoot out at you. And you can see we have to again dip down another layer.
There's a lot of layer dip downing in this.
Well, let's go. So there's our second transfer locker, I think it was.
I think,
right?
yes.
Second. Here's our first processing and entrance into the second level. We have the medical wing off to the south direction, and towards the east we have all of our high security and what's at the end of the high security area? The solitary confinement and barracks, right? Barracks recreation area.
With
okay.
The tiefling sister.
No.
Tiefling brother.
Tiefling brother is in there. Tiefling sister's downstairs. Tiefling uncle's in an oubliette. Father is in this cell over here. The father is in this bottom cell, I believe. Over here. The father of Tiefling will be in here.
Mother Tiefling is in...
Mother Tiefling is over in this room. She has very poor bedding. Let me see. I can flashlight this.
Just hay.
All right. Let me see. So over here is the medical.
The med bay.
This is the preparation room. And leading through into our
operating room.
This is the operating and display room and stuff like that, where they do their teaching and that, with the doctor's office off to the side. So try to get this very well lit, work on a sort of a different change of the motif with the lighting and stuff. It's meant to be for presentation for students and officers when they do medical work and procedures and stuff like that, and soft experiments. I'm sure they're not doing anything crazy, but let me look. All right, so we have to show the solitary confinement area all the way over the other side. This is the officers' resting area and relaxation office. It's on the other side of this high security wing here. On the other side of this long corridor is the
Tiefling brother.
Solitary confinement. All the way out here on the edge of the map in this layer is the solitary confinement hidden out across this trapped bridge.
With Tiefling brother.
And yes, I did did actually installs a bottom to this pit. We can go down. If you're unfortunate to have the trap opened up underneath you, you end up somewhere down here in the bottom of a ditch with lava starting to enter. Yeah, sure. So don't fall on the end with the fire, because not only take fall damage, but you take fire damage.
And then you can't get out unless you're a shadow card.
Sure, then you might
teleport.
I don't know how you get out. Sure, it's like 20 feet back up, you know, right? Okay, so pull that back up. Alright. So then we have our way out to the exit, past the other end of the high security. This is the bard's office. They don't have very many musical instruments. I think the only musical instrument in here was a lute, and so there's 2 or 3 lutes in this one room. I think they even put loot into the chest, so that if the treasure actually treasure chest loot, which is a loot. Let me see. Come in here. Zoom down. In this. Come down with me here. Right. Open it. There's a loot. So close. And then here we have the last, on this level, the 3rd transfer locker going down into the part where they're doing the expansion. I will, after I move, one day ever come back to this and start going on with it. But I did want to work in the engine to get at least one level pushed out, representing what we've done for the entire first month. So, yeah. And you kind of have to have a month done, because you need to know where all of your level elevations will be to start the entrance. Any of the drops and the falls and stuff. So you need to know exactly how high you're making these layers in this cake, right?
Let
me see. Let me come down here. This is the last of the transfer lockers just before level 2. When you come down. Nothing. Next board, next level. We'll play that game next time. Alright?
Yeah.
So that's it, guys. Let's zoom this right out again. Come back here. That's it, month 1. Thanks for joining us with that. I'll come back over to here. Sticking around while we do all this stuff. A bit of a long episode, saying goodbye for a while. Try and get some stuff up on the social medias and that before I head out. And
if like when we do get stuff on the social medias, it will be like just the rest of the map. Basically.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We might have another 2. I want to maybe actually have a playthrough if we can get, by the time we get back and we have another little office and we're doing this again, then perhaps I'll get you and your lads. They've got a buy-in. Talespire's $35 buy-in, which is more than reasonable. 35 Aussie, more than reasonable, I think, for the early access, for what it has, what you are capable to do. The back end needs some work on putting engines in and game engines and stuff like that, so that you can don't have to program it at all. I think there's a D&D Beyond for the link, so that you can link across your stats and stuff, so it's easy to get a hold of. Otherwise, you got to open and close web pages and stuff like that, and not everybody has the multiple monitors set up. Otherwise, I would highly recommend the Talespire. Sure, plug. And thanks for
sponsored?
Not sponsored. But yeah, definitely check it out. Maybe. Thanks for sticking around all this time. Hope to see you again as soon as possible, and we'll finish this thing out. Until then, you know,
do the thing with the comments and stuff.
Yeah, no hassles. Snake says, love your work, and see you next time.
Yeah.